I'm a little nervous playing this game because it's from the same people who brought us We Know the Devil. And I still feel like I wasn't fully equipped to give the themes that they were trying to convey through the writing, the attention and credit they deserved. But I'll tell you one thing. I really enjoyed We Know the Devil. Even besides that. So I am excited for this game. When it was first suggested to me. Again, by the people who made We Know the Devil. And also, as we scroll through the credits, Christine Love gets a special thanks credit on this. And of course, we do too. I mentioned Christine Love because another amazing writer of fame of two also very interesting games that take place in space. Analog Hate Story and Hate Plus. Naturally, this game takes place in space as well. Oh. Right away, we get to pick our pilot. So, Celestial Mechanics, Self-Ship String of Pearls. Reserve Test Pilot. Celestial Mechanics wants to advance humanity to its next stage. And Saturn wants to flirt, but there's no reason we can't do both. Combat style button mashing. Bedroom style button mashing. Okay. Lunaterra. Memorial Foundation. Ace Pilot. Fighting for the pilots to join the rest of humanity back on Earth. Before it's too late. Good at sniping, espionage, double-crossing, ghosting. Bad at loving herself, everything else. Oh no. Oh, hello. Cradle's Graces. Self-ship Krun Macula. Cradle's Graces' ultimate weapon pilot. If Earth has given up a new life for humanity in space, Cradle's Graces hasn't. And Pluto will make that dream come true. Likes, succulents, good girls, crushing, both kinds. Oh my, everyone. Dislikes is trying very hard not to have any. These are very difficult choices here. This is honestly a very difficult choice. I think we're going to go with Pluto first. Uh-oh. Cradle's Graces. Oh, it's not unknown the perception of impossible things in every distance in between. Perfect communication breath to breath. With perfect communication skin to skin. With perfect communication mouth to mouth, inside to inside, blood to blood. With perfect understanding across the bonds of culture. With perfect understanding across the boundaries of culture. With perfect access to the realization of the highest ideals. With the perfect access to the acceptance of the deepest depths. The solar system maps the human body. The solar system maps culture. In the center is the sun, which is synthesis. When the physical bodies of the solar system become our home, our ship through the universe, our body, their names will be given again, from the name of rock, such as Hades, to the name of part of us and ourselves, such as Pluto. You are the sun. Through you, humans will possess their true body. As you were once born, through us too, we too wish. Oh, base override. System interrupt. Pluto. Hi, Doctor. I lost you for a moment there. Are you okay? I'm fine, Doctor. This is the first interface of its kind. If there's anything anything unusual about it? That will be hard to tell. That was a bit of an odd... that was a bit unusual, the comments we got up there. Because by definition, it is very unusual. I'll let you know if it feels especially unusual, Nix. Good. Let me know if something categorically impossible happens. Oh, okay. Like what? If your sink got so deep that your thoughts were being dumped into the OS code directly, for example. Oh, like, If that happens, I'll let you know. Are you ready to begin? I've been ready for a long time. Okay, begin activation test. Macula firmware loading. Dual tidal reactor sinking. Welcome to Kratos Grace's bootloader. Oh why can't I? Bootlegging gravitational reactor, done. Hyperdensity established, done. Beginning resonance test. You should feel lightheadedness and wait. Wait until you're comfortable before diving in. Oh no, it's back. Correct action, correct thought, correct belief, existing without fault, existing without ever harming the universe, to be the execution of what is right and good. The power of resistance is also the power to harm. Harm by thinking, harm by breathing, harm by loving, harm by touching, harm by culture, harm by boundaries, harm by idealism, harm by depression, harm by infinity. Let us talk of harm by infinity. If the ninth planet in the solar system is not a planet, it is because it represents the point at which humans cross over into that which they are not. A phenomenon that is itself existentially threatening. Regardless of how or if that phenomenon manifests, that is the sea of possibility. Possibility itself, all hopes and fears will. Pluto, how's the response? I'm doing great. Nothing weird, nothing at all. Like a computer, I accept it. All data, I accept it. All wishes, I accept them. I'm an infinite engine. I'm a star. I know exactly how. Execute and accept. System accepting and executing. Reactor cores. Perfect resonance. Kind of worried already that these little bits are our thoughts being dumped into the code. No margin of error. Nix, you can hear me, right? Loud and clear, Pluto. Is it working? You're not saying anything. It's working perfectly. Flawlessly. On the first try. You really are the one who brings impossible things. You're thinking too hard about it, Doctor. I can't do things like that. Be a little more generous to yourself. It's also your right not to be. Pilot core link, done. Do you feel centered? Yes. Do you feel the phantom presence of the ship's limbs? This is normal. Yes. Do you feel the presence of other bodies? Or other people nearby? This is normal. Yes. Do you feel as if other people, nearby people or bodies may also be your own body? This is not normal. How would I know the difference? Fair. Do you feel like a god yet? Oh no. Not really. There's no need to be modest. Prep for launch. Oh. It hasn't been that long since we all started fighting, but everything really did go just how I imagined it. Even holding the controls of the machine everyone's so scared of, just like this, doesn't feel like butterflies or dread. It just feels like the only thing that could have happened. You know how hard they worked because they were so scared you wouldn't be finished before the end? I never doubted it. I'm not so special that they couldn't make something scary enough for me to be its pilot. Humans are culture, and culture is gravity. A ship-self is a skin, but a ship-self is also a heart. The plastic and metal chassis, insulated against hard vacuum, is necessary not to die. A ship-self, so giant human robot form? The tidal reactor, which generates the gravity and culture necessary to keep humans solid and real so far from Earth, is necessary to live. The dual tidal reactor resonance system installed in the Krun Macula then might be capable of a sort of birth. The Krun Macula was completed on the inert thrust emanating from between the ship-selves' palms is crushed in the friction of the competing forces of the Krun Macula's dual tidal reactors and ignites in the birth of a tiny star. Hence the reactor. It's a start, an anchor of gravity and culture, for humans to begin colonizing the stars, the seeds of possibility, and just as easily, the seed of the inversion of possibility. The stars go supernova and become black holes, where the information of life, culture, is deleted. But they aren't afraid of Krun Macula as much as they are afraid of Pluto. Her own tidal forces destroyed the first 17 prototypes. It's the girl with the love to be the mother of stars they're afraid of. Don't build me up like that. I'm not that special. But I am that scary. I'm used to it. The only thing I just can't get over is just how unfair it all feels. Knowing how bad this could get, how wrong it could go, and it's still happening anyway. The Krun Macula is bigger than other ship-selves in terms of its objective gravitational impression on space-time. Yeah, I am feeling everything at once, but I'm feeling big too. Feeling so big. I can feel it, far and away. The sword of the real, Mare Crisium, come to cut our dreams down. And the toxin of the inverse, string of pearls, come to turn the earth inside out. They're incredible girls, I could tell, but now Kratos Graces has the power to fight back and keep space our home forever. Pretty much, from what I gathered of the backstory of this game, just from reading the Steam page, we set out to leave Earth to colonize space, but that's become impossible to maintain. So now there are factions battling over what to do now. Remain in space, return to Earth. I know I meant to do this. I've been trained my whole life to be the one in a million who can pilot this. I know I want to do this. Space is the only place where everyone can be happy. Even if almost no one believes it, I want to keep it safe. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. Now I just have to do it. That's nothing to compare to what it took to learn how. My body, my mind, my soul, they're all in order. I just have to do it. It's January 1st, 1980. And the long and cold war where humanity united against its nemesis, an existential threat from beyond the stars, has been over for a long time. Since the 50s, we've been fighting a war against an existential threat that we cannot understand, cannot perceive, and is powerless against the technology of Earth. That is a pretty stupid sort of war to fight, isn't it? When there's enough of a mess down here to worry about. Humanity is already the undisputed authority of reality, and we have the physics to prove it. It's time to return to Earth. Our home, the seat of the universe. Before Earth takes us back in pieces, let's go home with grace. The first anniversary of the decommissioning of the International Space Program, we, Memorial Foundation, Native Sphere Existential Safety, in agreement with our home planet's unanimous decision, declare, there is no future for humanity in space. Let's come home. The Return Resolution, Memorial Foundation, Native Sphere Existential Safety. So this is where we stand. It's January 1st, 1981. It's been 1 year since we declared independence from Memorial Foundation and the rest of Earth. The Cold War is officially over, and it feels so light without their gravity weighing us down. How can a tiny handful of colonies, terraformers, and schools hold out against the full authority of Earth? Because that shit doesn't fly past escape velocity! Power the ship-selves we made to fight the Cold War. We made tidal resonators to bring the gravity necessary for humans and culture to survive in space. And that gravity is ours now. Enough to make a new world, free from the weight of Earth. If Memorial Foundation wants to kill the future, they'll have to come and take it from us. We're thankful for our cradle's graces, but we're not coming back. The independent breaking the stalemate. Earth is getting impatient. They have good reason to believe that the existential threat posed by a divided humanity in space is much greater than any theoretically malevolent entity outside the native sphere. While the kids are fighting, Earth is getting ready to list the humans remaining in space as part of the existential threat. And when they do, they'll send real weapons and end this war fought with plastic toys. Their justification? We are technically less than 100% human. Just not human enough to be something else. It's hard to believe they're really onto us. It's time to make a drastic move. Bring our final piece, the prototype ship-self, string of pearls we made in the atmosphere of planet Cronus, which will never be Saturn, to the lunar gravity well, where Memorial Foundation and Cradle's Graces are already headed. Whoever controls that place controls human access to space. We can be sure everything will be in place there. Earth or space, we are just short of 100% human. So let's see how much less than 100% we can get. Internal report, Celestial Mechanics. So these are our three factions. Celestial Mechanics, Cradle's Graces, and Earth. Ooh. Mission. Oh. This is interesting. Saturn return. In the strange gravity of the abandoned Daphnis lab, Saturn lies in wait for the looming threat of Pluto's mysterious ship. But what are they after? And will they get it? Retrograde and retrograde. Chasing after the string of pearls, Lunaterra and Pluto find each other instead. It's been almost a year since they last saw each other, and Lunaterra has never seen Pluto like this. Are you ready to spin backwards? Whoa. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Yep, these are three factions. Cradle's Graces, Celestial Mechanics, Memorial Foundation. Interesting how it's set up as percentages. Oh, so this is text. So this is literally just an archive of everything we've gone through up to this point. Ooh, I still can't believe it. DM's open for flight requests. I felt that from here. Yeah, what was it like? It was incredible. For a moment I felt like I was right next to you. It was even stronger than all of those times that you tested the prototypes. Stronger than the one time they let you fight before. It's amazing. I've been training so long. I never knew how different it would feel to have my own, perfectly suited, just for me, ship-self. Gotta be extra mad at all of you for how long you left me behind. Is it really safe, though? Mars! Don't start, I'll get mad. It's just more powerful than anything that's ever been developed. I don't like that Dr. Nix is making you do something untested all by yourself. No one person should have to do all the things that your unit is expected to do. But I'm strong enough to do it, right? Powerful enough to stop Earth from taking us back? Strong enough to stop Celestial Mechanics from bringing the existential threat back? Ooh, I can do it, right? I mean, of course you can. No one else could, but that doesn't mean you should do it alone. I'm not alone. I've got you. And everyone else. We're all together. That's what we wanted, isn't it? I'm not locked up in a lab anymore. Oh. Aren't you happy for me? I'm happy for you. Are you really, really happy for me? I'm super happy for you. I really am. Are you scared of me now? No way. Never. You're not something to be afraid of. Oh, but that's wrong. You should be scared. I'm incredible. I think we pissed off. I think we freaked out Mars. We got mail. Unacceptable. The funding is being cut again. They aren't getting the results they want. They think it's indulgent. They don't care how the kids feel. It warms their hearts to see them grow unimpeded by the gravity of Earth, but also it disturbs them. They love our beautiful, free, glittering children. When we talk about bringing Earth's children here, they look away. The children of space are not bound by the same laws of gravity, and do as they like with their bodies and souls. By laws of gravity, I mean other sorts of, yeah. You have insisted that they can endure the gravitational forces of Earth. But have you considered that their tidal forces do not wish to accommodate them? They will be smoothed back again, or broken. At the very least, they will never stop trying to destroy them. We have created magnificent, delicate creatures, and Earth wants them back. For what? To crush them again under their own tidal forces? Who is this? I don't know who I'm sending this to, but I think about you all the time. In the back of my mind, I know a lot about you. Does that mean you know about me too? Or are you just glowing brightly in a way that I don't understand? Is anyone else seeing this? Do you get messages like this all the time? Are you aware of how much you've illumined the heart of someone you haven't met? What am I expecting? I don't even know. This is really awkward. Sorry for doing this. It must really be hard. No, I can't really know that. This is delusional of me. I'm gonna make it stop. Because if I don't, I'm gonna come to hate you. Because I'm already so frustrated I'm nothing like you. I need to understand why I tear myself apart thinking of you. I'm not going to send this. I don't know how to send this, and I hope you never read it. Oops. Sorry, buddy. We read it. Oh, that's a bit of text. So, it looks like we can head directly for either Mars, Pluto, or Lunaterra. This is a interesting decision. Overwrite. Let's go back. Let's go this path, shall we? Retrograde in retrograde. Mars, are you okay? You look like someone punched you in the face. What happened? He looks angry. Someone punched me in the face. It's been so long since you got in a fight with a flight crew. It feels a little nostalgic. I'm fine, by the way. But people who start fights don't get sympathy. They started when they wouldn't let me fly. And who threw the first punch? That part doesn't matter. If they don't let me go, then you'll have to fight that traitor all by yourself. Shit. Oh. Why didn't I feel it earlier? Of course she's here. It wasn't that I wasn't going to tell you. The Memorial Foundation also knows about the prototype, and they sent their ace to get it. No, I understand. You were so excited, you just had to run out and see her, right? You got that right. Run out and punch that traitor Lunaterra in the face as hard as I can. Oh. She's the worst. After pretending that she was going to fight for the colonies, even after Earth abandoned us and demanded we come home, she double-crossed us. We were going to do this together. Oh. I have missed punching that insufferably smug face for a year. It's finally time to show her that we're not going to forgive her for betraying us at the worst moment, leaving us alone, barely able to keep fighting as Kratos graces. But it's not like we ever needed her, and I know. I miss her too. Oh. Are you not listening to me? I've been listening to the two of you say the same things about each other for a really long time. And it doesn't sound any different.
It is nothing like it was before. I'm not playing games.
When we were at the academy, you were always chasing after her. You'd swing the first punch, and she'd laugh, and you two would fight, and then you'd make out, and then you'd do it all over again. Oh, I miss that so much. But if you go after her, it'll happen just like that all over again.
Stop talking about me like I'm that predictable. It's different now. I only punch now.
Orders are orders for a reason, you know.
I'm still not okay with it. They're making you use that terrifying machine. It's way too dangerous.
I'm sorry. I really am. But Mars, if it makes you feel any better?
Oh, what? You're breaking up.
I can't wait to fight her. I love her, understand her, and forgive her. But I'm still mad. How come you both got to have all the fun? Oh. Who wants to stay home while you two get to fight and make out? I want to fight and make out too. You don't know how scary this machine is, Mars. And it's so much less scary than me. I don't want you to see me like that. But I really, really want Lunaterra to see.
Pluto, you cut out for a second there.
What did you say? I said tough luck? It's my chance to shine now. Pluto gives off very much motherly vibes. Like she'd be the teen mom here. Especially putting her and Mars together. She's the... Yeah. Like waking up underwater to the wet burn of your lungs' desperation for air. Like floating unearthed in space, unable to move under your own power. Losing the security of gravity is like being naked in space. Gravity is necessary for human life in space. Gravity is necessary for unrestricted movement in space. You can't have one without the other. The force that binds your existence together. The force to shape foreign bodies. Pure agency. Gravity is necessary not just to live in space, but to be human in space. But being human is a little harder for Pluto, so she has to work for it. The tidal forces of her spacefaring body, the Krun Macula, are as strong as she believes, and as weak as she feels. And Lunaterra needs to make sure all the calculations are in order. Everything in her ship operates manually. She's just been at it long enough that it feels like a second skin. A jolt of nostalgia interrupts Lunaterra's mental map. She forgets to carry the one. It interrupts Pluto's focus. And she has a moment where she's not invincible. Close enough to touch the surface of the moon lab, Lunaterra is seen and known by Pluto. And they are suddenly falling down the well of too late, and nothing you can do. I knew it. Oh, warning, gravitational interference. It's important to get a grip. Knowing that there's nothing you can do is something Pluto considers freeing, and Lunaterra considers exciting. Feeling doomed is clear permission to do whatever. As soon as Mare Crisio is through the cloud cover, she fires solid light into the remains of the Celestial Machines mechanics lab, and chases it through the wound. The lab was recently damaged by the illegal launch of a hijacked ship. That damage is barely noticeable compared to the massive hole left by a much, much larger ship crashing through. Lunaterra asks fast under pressure. There's no point in hiding. There's no point in stopping. It's true. Lunaterra is living on the whim of Krun Macula, which can probably do whatever to her at any time. If she can't run away, she wants to make the first move. It's the sort of thing that makes a lot of sense if you think about it. And no sense at all if you think a little more. But that's Lunaterra, isn't it? She's betting you'll think too much, or not enough. Against Pluto, is that really such a good idea? She's someone who always thinks just enough. Which makes it easy for Lunaterra to slip through, deep into the lab, until it gets quiet except for the sounds of the moon quaking and trembling. After almost a year, the dread and the thrill is way too much to slow down and start talking. That's what the arrow flying into Pluto's gravity well is saying. Who make the first move. When Lunaterra punctures the last armor layer and opens up the terminal cavern, light spills out, and a screaming sound, because the Krun Macula is peeling the land and most of the moon inside out with the forces of its own tides. Oh. Not something that's impossible or anything, it's just something that's only possible in theory, which is still terrifying. More terrifying. And more terrifying than that is that power is Pluto's finesse. And more terrifying than the finesse is her gentleness, spooling matter like threads in the tiny galaxy of which she is the sun. Her power is very kind, but it's also a little perverse. What meaning does mercy have from something that can core out a moon? Krun Macula's developer compared it to a black hole. They wanted a machine so powerful and absolute, even light couldn't escape it. Lunaterra understands now that was wrong. She's a star, gushing and twinkling with matter and light. Who wouldn't be swept up in that? Amari Chrysium is so small. Pluto has never seen it from a perspective like Krun Macula's before. She never imagined it would look so fragile from here, like a toy version of the fierce fighter she remembered. Pluto's sense of scale is true. Lunaterra feels just like a plastic toy, too. Come on, say something. It's making you sad. It really does fit you. So much more than I ever thought. Is it hard to look away? Being able to render you speechless is the power I've always dreamed of. Oh, what do you think? I know just a look won't change your mind, but I want you to tell me. Tell you what? That I regret betraying you? I told you then that I always would. No, I won't let you do that. I won't let you do that, Lunati. Did you think I'd be mad? I mean, of course I'm mad at you. Not for anything you did to me. I would never be mad at you for not having enough faith in me to see through Kratos Grace's dream of a new home for humans in space. I'm just mad at you for not having enough faith in yourself to see it through. And leaving all the work to me. Oops, I guess that is why I'm a little upset with you. Not mad, you know. Just disappointed. I can't believe I'm still the one scolding you like a kid. I'm trying to be the grown-up, you know. I did the responsible thing. I took the realistic option. I'm here to play the part of the boring adult, the grown-up villain. Oh, that's right. I remembered why I actually am mad at you. You better not go down quietly. You better really believe what you just said. I'll forgive you if you left us for something stupid, but I'll never forgive you if you left us for something you don't believe in. And you better not believe in it, because I also won't forgive you for fighting for a future that cruel. That doesn't leave me a lot of options. I don't think I could fight against that. Don't you dare. I won't forgive that either. Were you hoping, maybe, that it wouldn't be like this? That I wouldn't have to fight? I'll change you. It'll change you. In ways you don't understand. I've seen you fight so many times. I saw when you got that scar and your poor ship got her wound. Has anyone else seen that side of you as much as me? I don't think so. Not even Europa. Oh. But it's different from when you're on the other side. You think I don't really know you, because I've never stared down the barrel of your rifle or felt that knife nick my ship? It's a different kind of knowing. Teach me then, or I'll teach you. Oh. Oh, this is interesting. So this is literally
could save our game here. And decide how we want to proceed. Lunaterra gets schooled, which is a loyal outcome, favors Cradle's graces. Or we can betray Cradle's graces in favor of Memorial Foundation by having Pluto lose. Well, weighing our options here, we have Pluto in the giant Krun Macula, Lunaterra in a much smaller ship of sorts, while she's obviously a more seasoned warrior. She's in a bit of a older, more battle-worn fighting machine. But Lunaterra obviously does have the experience to fight, but can she really overcome this massive beast of gravity and just tidal might? Good at bad decisions! Oh no! As soon as Pluto blinks, that's the moment Mare Crisium attacks, a little out of fear, mostly out of awe. It's a confused move, the first move, which is so unlike her. So unlike her that it nearly takes Krun Macula by surprise. All matter parts along the vectors of inertia that Pluto has set, but those bullets stubbornly curve, bury into her flank and sting with a sharp and subtle gravity of their own. Ow. That kind of stings, Lunatine. Stop doing things like that. Lunaterra is crushed instantly and she's dead. Oh. No! Lunaterra dies at the last second. No. The Mare Crisium is torn apart from every joint. No. Lunaterra is safe at home. She never left. No, Lunaterra hasn't moved. It's only because she can't bring herself to. Lunaterra is feeling ghosts of the space-times that Pluto has cut off. Escape routes she rushed for, but don't exist. Lunaterra is trying to think of something to say. She really is. But it's impossible, because Krun Macula is the size of the universe. Her sleeping nebula glows with her promise to swallow up the space station, and Lunaterra, and the whole solar system. That's not the way, Lunatine. You have to come for me like you really mean it, or that's what's gonna happen. The Mare Crisium's engines spin to no response. Lunaterra's mind is racing, but there's no thought she can hold on to. Except how disappointed and sad Pluto is. If you give me just one moment, you'll pass my event horizon and you'll never escape. Always getting closer but never getting there. Falling forever. If you don't figure out how to unstick yourself, I might leave you there. Remember for next time, okay? Don't keep breaking my heart. The Mare Crisium plummets, and the Krun Macula rises up, exiting the moon like a shooting star, tearing the lab up into space with her. Oh. Are we the bad guys here? We're certainly piloting a very devastating machine here. I wish you didn't have to do this, but I love chatting with you, especially about your latest sordid affairs. Well, thanks. Wait, that's not what I meant. And sordid? Dramatic, tempestuous, explosive? No. Problematic? No. Tumultuous? That's sexier. But that's still bad! I mean, how would you describe them? Not like that! Intense or something. The last one was really good until the end. Should I be more generous? Well, it'd be nice. But you're not very good at relationships. Kill me. It's kind of cute. You love people so much that you forget about them completely. Oh. Your honesty really hurts sometimes, you know. You fall for glittering, faraway girls, but what you really need is someone who doesn't put up with you. There's gotta be someone somewhere who won't let you get away with anything. I wonder where. I believe in you. I'm trying to save the world. I don't really have time for this. Mom! But you're not too busy to keep flirting. Pluto, God! Sorry, baby. No mercy for you. Ugh. It's out of love. One day you're gonna be as good at treating girls as you are at piloting. Don't twist the knife. Sorry. It's fine. I know I'm not great at it. Hey. You did that thing again. What thing? You know that thing. Where you changed the topic. And I forget what I wanted to talk to you about. So you don't have to answer. Oh. Except I have a chat log and I can scroll back and see. Oh, I can scroll back and see too. Scroll wheel is, there we go. I wish you didn't have to do this. It's sweet you wish I didn't have to fight. See, you do remember. You remember better than I do. But why don't we leave it at that? Why? Because there's nothing we can do about it. We could find a way. I don't want you to do this if you don't have to. Chat? No, I mean fight. Oh, you did it. You just did it again. Burn. Oh, okay. So we have to meet both our other gals here. Let's just check our mail first. Subject regarding Mecha 2, Krun Macula. Ship self-developmental documentation. Operations decommission share. Oh, Europa. We mentioned Europa. It was commissioned before it had a pilot, before the technology for piloting it had even been developed, before the technology for its workings had been developed. I think we recognize that the construction was an act of faith. Nix's directive was to create the sort of self that we wished to see. I think, of course, that was the moment that it was clear to me that Nix was fighting for what she believed humans could be, but not who humans were. I think at the time I didn't understand the difference, or what Nix might not consider important because of her tendency to think this way. Many of the functions of the Krun Macula have not been invented yet. It is limitlessly expandable. I have, of course, requested for it to be decommissioned, but I believe ultimately you'll want to scrap it. This committee has indeed found nothing in space worth salvaging. I would have to wonder about the committee's intentions and their curiosity toward this last fragment. Operations Decommissions Chair. Is Europa tied to the Earth faction? It just feels odd that the way that's worded, it sounds like that sort of foreign body taking interest in the Krun Macula. The end results of the Krun Macula's function are indistinguishable from Nix's dream. There's no briefing I can provide that will be more comprehensive than the ones you received from Nix herself. I can only speculate on which she has or has not been able to implement successfully. As terrifying as the Krun Macula is, the pilot Dr. Nix has found for it is more terrifying by far. They might find a way to make it more even yet. Okay, so these are mail and alerts are quite informational, filling in the backstory of sorts, building the world some more. Okay, general information record pull, tidal theory and celestial mechanics. Let us begin with imagining an inert theoretical mass of matter, equivalent physically in all ways to the third body in this solar system, a theoretical planet Terra, absent of human culture. How would we model the physical properties of such a planet where Jungian, Newtonian models do not apply? The soft science of celestial mechanics is not purely a thought exercise, but an inquiry into what, if any, default physical properties would exist in the universe without the influence of culture. Implying that culture shapes the physical properties of the world we live in? because of its potential applications in space colonization, for its use in modeling the physics of foreign celestial bodies, and the utility of the concept of terra in the philosophical hard sciences for more precisely defining Earth as lands of human dominion rather than a specific physical body. Terra is the physical world we live on. Earth is the land defined by humans. So in theory, we could say that Earth isn't a place, it's a people. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Celestial mechanics has been integrated as a branch of contemporary metacultural general relativity. What would it be like to imagine a world in which humans have one-to-one dominion over real phenomena? In such a world, we might think of gravity in multiple senses, since the agency of humanity over each other, mentally, spiritually, and culturally, would not be the same as physically. One dominion over... The conversion of matter into energy, and energy into culture, and culture back to matter again, is complicated by distortions caused by culture's ability to arbitrarily set conversion parameters. This is caused not because of power of human gravity, but actually by its weakness and incompleteness. In a theoretical universe in which humanity has full dominion over the physical universe, the influence of culture would be a one-to-one constraint, and the physical universe would abide by inflexible, fundamental laws. Once culture is introduced, then the fundamental laws are set in stone. They are as we define them. Even unexplained properties don't have an actual form until we, quote-unquote, discover them, and by discovering them, set them in stone. Interesting. In such a world, we would have to separate fields of study that involve metaphors from ones that describe worldly phenomenon, as our world would be objectively determined. While humans would be able to disagree and defy each other, they would ascribe to an inflexible, perfect system as decided by humanity. Oh. I think we're just going to dive right in. Save that. Save here. And I guess we have to go tackle this mission then. And meet Saturn. Definitely enjoying the dynamics of this game so far. Definitely enjoying everything about this game so far. And I'm kind of feeling like, although Saturn's a really interesting character, I kind of feel like we're playing as the... Although it's hard to say because we don't really know all that much about the other factions. It's hard to say, but given that we're playing as a very terrifying girl in a terrifying ship suit, which is literally generating stars, powerful enough to almost have its own event horizon to prevent light from escaping, that she could literally trap puny inferior ships in. It's kind of terrifying, and I kind of feel like we're playing as the final boss here. We'll see what happens going forward, but this is just really interesting dynamic so far. Really enjoying.